our DC slash Suicide Squad long awaited review. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Tyler, your thoughts.
No, why? Where do I start? Okay, first of
Begin.
all, let's get the good things out of the way about the movie. The casting was okay. Captain Boomerang was great. I loved every second that Captain Boomerang was in, but that's the biggest complaint. He wasn't in it at all. And then there was okay, so then everyone's big thing is, oh, Margot Robbie was so great as Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn was such an irredeemably horrible character. She had, nothing charming or funny or witty or anything like that in the cartoons in the live-action adaptation. She was just difficult to watch. She's like an edgy teenager in Hot Topic who buys every little bit of Tim Burton stuff she sees. I can't see it. I hate it. It's so bad. And then Jared Leto, who could have been good. He could have been good,
yes,
but he's not.
Because he's not there.
He
long enough for us to see.
The thing that makes me the maddest is if they kept in the scenes that they deleted, he probably could have been okay. But you
know, there's the thing that they had they just had I think I guess the technical Ultimate Edition for the movie now just came out too.
Well, actually,
so he is in it a bit
that's
more.
still not even all of the scenes that were.
Yeah, but it's still not enough though. That's the thing. Just like the Batman v Superman Ultimate Edition, which we already did a review on. Plug.
Yeah.
It's still not enough. But that's like one of my most popular videos so far. But
nice.
Anyway.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, hopefully.
It's still not enough.
Yeah, and
still cut out more of his stuff.
One of the positives I actually had with the movie was some of the character designs. I really Will Smith casted his Deadshot was kind of iffy for me, and even when I watched the movie, I was kind of like, eh. But I think
it doesn't make a lot of sense.
But
okay. Yeah. Okay. Go on.
But his costume, it looks exactly like it does in the comic books. You can't deny that. It looks.
That's true.
Exactly like it did.
That's true.
Well,
most of them, I think almost all of them do, honestly, except for maybe the Joker. But
that's true.
Pretty much all of them look pretty darn good. Even in Batman, there's one thing I will say about all the DC movies so far is that every costume for the characters,
it looks
spot on and updated to the point where I'm like, okay, I can see this. Superman's suit, they got rid of the dumb red spandex. They make him look like
get out of here. That was fun.
but for this, okay. But would you imagine? Okay, imagine having that back with this edgy attitude of his.
I would watch the crap out of that.
But he's still the most edgy and silent person ever. I think that just kind of it adds a bit more. Batman looks more like Batman.
Yep.
Not a Power Ranger with a every voice. And
where's the trigger? Where's the trigger?
Wonder Woman. Yeah, Wonder Woman looks like they actually translated Wonder Woman's suit to not look super stupid, like I thought it would be.
Wonder Woman
looks good.
Actually, okay. On a side note, I think Wonder Woman and Batman have been the two best characters DC has put on screen so far, and I'm looking forward to the Flash, but I haven't seen enough of him to completely judge. But I think Batman and Wonder Woman and Alfred are the three best characters that I've seen on screen for DC characters in the DC Extended Universe.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah, I think just in general, all the even the new Flash they have here, well, I mean, you can also just say the TV show one. They're kind of probably ripping off that, but. Every costume for the character looks great, and that's probably one of Zack Snyder's greatest thing is that the way he makes these characters looks awesome. It looks updated correctly, and everything looks great. It's just that when he's like Demora for the Kingdom Hearts series, which we were trying to record before this video, is that when he actually tries to tell a story, it falls everything falls apart because he just sucks at story.
Yeah, I mean it's a visually good, actually not even good. I'm gonna say great movies. They're visually just stunning.
That's true.
Some of the scenes I'm just holy crap, how did they film that? But it's.
I mean, Zack Snyder has a lot to say. I mean, because the original cut for Man of Steel was almost 4 hours, and it was gonna be I mean, this guy was about. I mean, this guy had a bunch of these Dragon Ball Z-ish fights he was gonna have in Man of Steel, but he had to cut him out.
Which I would watch all of.
I mean, it's visually great, but I think what he's trying to do is emulate the visuals of a comic book too much, and it's missing the heart and the story of a comic book.
Because it seems here's the thing. It feels like Red. In my opinion, it feels like he does all his research correctly. He does all the research for the comics. He gets everything right. He gets all the story lines pretty much right. But then he doesn't read through all the comics exactly, so he just kind of meshes them together. for all like the big moments in the comics
Yeah.
that we all remember. He just kind of meshes them all together. I think that's going to make a good plot. But Marvel already knows that that's not what makes a good plot. What makes a good plot is when you pace it out into like plenty of movies so we can enjoy it.
It's like more like a montage than a story.
Yeah, that's a good description.
That's pretty much what it was.
You know what's funny is there's actually a scene in Batman v Superman where, like, in the trailers you saw Superman doing all this stuff, and then all of a sudden it's just like, oh, that's just a montage. It's like, must there be a Superman scene? But I think I think we're kind of.
I was just about to bring that up.
I think we're kind of getting off track right now because we're talking about Suicide Squad. That movie was it. I mean, okay, if you went into Suicide Squad, and you had no past anything with DC, and you saw this movie, you'd say, "Oh, it looks great." But being a DC fan, it looks nothing like I'm just like sitting there like, what are you trying? What's the point? What's the point of the movie?
Here's my opinion on this. So far, Zack Snyder. Here's my opinion. If you say you don't really follow DC that much, and you were just getting into things like, say, like you never watched Superman stuff before, and the first movie was Man of Steel, then I think that Man of Steel itself. I mean, although I kind of wish it had more story, first off, but more character, and half the stuff that they cut out. A general viewer can say, this is actually pretty cool. Like I can see how people can enjoy it even on its own.
Yeah.
Man, it's like Batman v Superman. I know that we are all we're the ultimate geeks, warriors.
Right.
We all know pretty much everything we need to know about DC and all that, and we don't like it. But the general viewer, I can understand why there's a lot of mixed feelings on it. Like some people think it's great, and that's usually the people who have just know Superman and Batman by name and like some things, bits and pieces about them, and they think the movie's like awesome and cool. Then you got the skeptical people like us and stuff like that know for a fact, nope, this is rushed and it's awful. But then, like, when it comes to Suicide Squad, okay, this is completely different because not everybody has even read Suicide Squad comics.
I've even heard about the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I don't even know one person in my life who I've ever seen mention them or read comics. Before I saw this movie trailer, I didn't even know who the Suicide Squad was before I saw the movie trailer.
Yeah, and I knew about Task Force X from Justice League Unlimited. I already knew about them, and I knew like, oh, okay, their name's Suicide Squad. Okay, that's fine. And so I did a little bit of research, and it was a very weird concept to me. I was just kind of like, wait, you're trying to make them the heroes, but they're still the villains, but they're heroes, but it was kind of like back and forth. I didn't really like it, but it was still like, okay, it's a comic book. This movie is just, it's like a fireworks show. It's just, ooh, look at the pretty colors. There's no consistency in any story or whatever, but ooh, boom, bang, pow. I mean,
like, here's the thing, like, oh, we can explain the story, because I will explain the story of the movie, because I still have it pretty darn in my mind, because there's not much to tell. But, so, I mean, there's, like, really not much to tell. Like, I mean, if you saw the trailer for the movie, the last trailers, I think, you pretty much saw the movie, too. It's kind of sad to say that, but... but my thing is, like, going back to what I was saying earlier, is that, like, if you didn't see the movies, or know much about the characters, you can still find some things to enjoy about them, or newbies can, like, completely enjoy Batman v Superman just because it's like they enjoy it. It's fun. They don't have to. They're not like stuck with all the comic books, the nonsense that we know, so it doesn't like bother them at all.
Yeah, well, like
I'm
a super Batman nerd. Like I'm a super Batman and Superman nerd, and I like Batman v Superman personally. I don't think it's
like does like say like your sister like does Jamie like it or like does she not like it?
She only likes it because of Wonder Woman, and I think a lot of people only like it because of Wonder Woman.
Because like I can see my family like or your family like they are not you two like enjoying it because they're not like super big nerd fans of it and saying it was good, but because we have more like skeptical glasses, like it's just we know all the flaws and everything that's not in order when it's supposed to be like an actual like a retelling of a comic book.
Yeah.
But like when you have say Suicide Squad, here's the thing. First off, barely anybody knows what that is in the first place, so to make that movie so soon in your universe, I don't think was a good move, first off. Secondly, you didn't even have Justice League yet. You probably should have waited to get the big stuff out of the way before you decide to tackle smaller like storylines that don't matter, honestly, to anything. And then, thirdly, like, even as if, say, okay, here's the thing. You can, some people who like the comic books can watch this movie and say, yeah, there's some problems, but I love it. But those are like, there's very, very few people who can do it, because even if you, here's the thing, even if I didn't know, because I don't know, I've never read a single Suicide Squad comic ever in my life. So I don't know anything about them or any of what their villains are or anything like that. This movie, as a movie itself, just sucked.
Yep.
I didn't find it enjoyable. Like, even if I never, like, I don't know anything about the Suicide Squad, except for the fact that they exist and most of them are Batman villains. I don't like this movie. This movie in itself is just boring. I can't believe I said it, but I yawned like almost 4 times when I was watching this in the theater. And like I was just kind of like I had ADHD. I was kind of like just looking at different things because like some scenes just went on forever, and some of them just like were cut so horribly.
Yep. I think
like there's this one scene. There's this one scene when Harley Quinn is inside an elevator, and she's going up, and she's like leaving them. I guess for God knows why. And she ends up getting in the fight with him, and then suddenly then she comes out, I guess, for some reason. Then she goes back in, and then there's another fight. It seems like it was like cut and pasted, like so terribly. Like,
well, I
did like some reshoots.
Yeah, I mean, there's like the funny thing is that the movie was actually edited by the marketing team.
Yeah, by the trailer team.
Yep.
Yeah, that's like
that's
what.
That's what the movie was edited by. A, B. Oh crud! There was something I was gonna add. Suicide Squad is pretty much Justice League filler. That's all it is. That's all it is.
But we don't need that because we already have Wonder Woman coming out.
Well, apparently they thought, hey, let's add it in. And I think the other thing too is the people who like this movie. If you look at every single person that likes Suicide, like actually really likes it, because like believe it or not, there's like a lot of people that actually like this movie a lot more than Batman v Superman. Like Batman v Superman to me had the biggest divide in any movie I've ever seen in my life. Suicide Squad it had a huge divide, but it wasn't nearly as big as Batman v Superman. Like everyone who loved Suicide Squad either loved it because of Will Smith or because of Harley Quinn. And the Harley Quinn fans are all these girls who are all in the Harley Quinn, and just like, oh, she's like my role model. So I mean, it's just like that's the only reason they watch.
She's a horrible person with no redeeming qualities.
We know. We heard you the first time.
I feel like I'm gonna be rocking in a chair in the corner of my like padded cell, saying just like, how can people like Harley Quinn? She's so unlikable.
But here's the thing again. Like, you should have waited. This is not what you release as your third franchise, like in your franchise movie. This is like you should wait for the Joker to have a confrontation with Batman first, then go to a movie where you can explain more of the side characters for Batman.
Yep.
Not start before you actually start Justice League. This is stuff that this entire universe is going out of order. Batman v Superman is a storyline that happens after the Justice League is formed, not before.
Yep.
First off, so all this stuff is just like so rushed and ignored, like where there's like continuity errors, and it's just they try to write it so that they all have this Marvel effect. We're like, oh, we're all connected. Oh, here comes the Justice League. It's like, but we don't need this right now. You could have just waited until Justice League was finished so that you could take more time on this movie, because it's clearly it's so clear, especially with the Wonder Woman actor, that they're doing like all these movies at the same time.
Yep. And I think
at the exact same time.
I think the other thing too is like back to the point about Teen Titans Go. This is why so many people hate DC right now, or hate Teen Titans Go, because like all their hatred towards like DC Extended Universe and all these movies, and even some of the animations that they're coming out. Like I like DC Nation. I think that's funny. I think Justice League Action, while it has its flaws, it's still pretty cool. Teen Titans Go is an abomination and a spit in the face to DC fans, which is why I hate it so much.
Especially the episode that I talked about a while ago, where they just mimic the actual episode of the Teen Titans show.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing that like rubs off me so hard is the fact that The Dark Knight Rises, while it wasn't a great movie, I could still sit down and watch it and say, oh, this is the end. This is the end of the trilogy of Batman Begins and Dark Knight. I appreciate that. Christopher Nolan cares about what he's doing. And then not a year later, do we have Teen Titans Go, Man of Steel, which I actually like. I actually like Man of Steel. But then like that started the whole DC Extended Universe BS. And it's just like DC fans are so frustrated because they had these great movies from the past decade and these great animations like the DC animated universe, and even some of the animations that they're coming out with now, like Justice League Dark. I haven't seen it, but I've heard it's had mixed reviews. But like that universe, like that New 52 animation universe, it's going pretty good. It's going pretty good, but nobody knows about it except for DC fans.
And here's the thing: I'd like to mention that I know some of my fans. I've actually gotten some comments like, "You guys are seeing things through your your rose-colored glasses to Marvel because everything can't be like Marvel. Guys, we are all three big DC fans too. Like, we know a lot about what we're talking about. We're not just dissing them because we think Marvel.
I actually, Here's
we want them both to be equally good because they're all equally good characters that we've grown up with. I probably see like all the Batman people walking around in cosplays and all these people they like him because it's not just because
he's relatable. He's a fun character. And the other thing too is I think I'm a much bigger DC fan than I am Marvel. But Marvel's clearly making better movies. They just are.
But they're comics.
Here's
the trade-off that I've noticed. Marvel makes fantastic movies. Great plot, great writing. I can't really pick a single one that's a bad movie. I can pick one that's kind of subpar, but not really bad.
Age of Ultron.
I actually really like that one, but that's for another day. But their comics are so bad that you would have to pay me to read them.
See, I disagree. I know what you're going at, and DC comics are better in your opinion now. I don't agree with that, actually. I think that DC and Marvel Comics are kind of on this mediocre level right now. Some of them are okay, and some of them are just, unreadable, and it's just
I mean, the Civil War comic in itself is the most unreadable piece of crap I've ever had, but the movie is really good.
Yeah.
It's
I don't think Civil War... I think the comic book was a piece of crap. I like Captain America's story in it. I hated Tony Stark in it. It was an up and down kind of thing for me. It was just it was okay.
The comic book for Old Man Logan, it sucks and I hate it and I don't care about the whole Hulk story. That's just bullcrap. But the movie looks like it's gonna be really amazing because the movie is just they have more creative freedom to actually take what the comic book did wrong and fix it.
Yeah,
that's true. They can kind of learn.
But when you have movies that are just trying to take exactly what's from the comic book and squash them together and make sure it's dark, gritty, and oh gosh, I ate gravel for breakfast. It's no, it's okay to sometimes go up in your own little things, and there's Iron Man does it, and the Avengers do it. They're not one for one for the comics.
You can still have them smile. I mean, people. That's the thing that DC kind of swayed me into when I was a kid. It was just if you're not dark, you're not cool. So it's just that's a horrible message to send to kids. It's just you're.
That's what promotes emo kids and suicide.
Yeah, I mean seriously, you're saying
that's called Suicide Squad.
Dang it!
I mean, seriously, we're joking about it, but that really is true. It has a psychological effect on people. I mean, you could have Batman be dark, but you could still have him smile and be goofy.
He's a Dark Knight, but have you not seen the Lego Batman movie?
Yeah, I mean, the Lego Batman movie was the biggest hope I had for DC as a franchise that I've had in since 2012. I'm not even joking.
It is actually my favorite movie right now.
Have you guys seen it?
Yes, it is so great.
And that's I mean, obviously in real life you can't make him that.
Oh.
But you can still make him what they're trying to do for Justice League at least, make him a bit more human.
Yeah,
more relatable and more funny, and he has his own little. I mean, he's a playboy philanthropist, so he might as well be just Tony Stark, a version of Tony Stark for DC. Just make him fun.
Here's the problem though that I find with that is if Batman isn't the darkest character on screen, it's just weird. It's just really weird. It's weird to see Cyborg all big and menacing and all that, and it's really weird to see Aquaman bigger than Batman. That really bothers me.
You know what I find sad? It's very sad to see Cyborg on screen and he's most emo crap. I always imagine Cyborg, he's just in his suit say, he just gets up and say, "Man, where are my hamburgers?"
Oh my gosh.
That's the kind of Cyborg I see because I mean that's he's just a fun character. I mean I know obviously Teen Titans Go just is annoying, but in general in the normal Teen Titans show he's still kind of like that.
Yeah, and the actor,
he's having fun and he's enjoying that he's and this is I didn't think you were real. I'm just emo because I lost my body and my dad died, and so I was why? You are now part of this big Justice League team. It should be pretty amazing to you that you're even allowed to be with them, and it's you're just the most emo thing, just like them. It's if I was a kid like him, I'd be like Spider-Man was with the Avengers, where he's so excited to be there, and everybody just kind of thinks he's annoying for a little bit, but he's You know, he's still a kid. He's still a kid. He's like, hey guys,
And his
you ever
uncle
seen the
was
Star,
shot.
the Star Wars movie?
His uncle was shot. He's working with Tony Stark to fight against Captain America. I would honestly expect Spider-Man to be emo.
Yeah, but he's like, hey guys, you ever seen that movie where they turn the things around? And it's like Star Wars, and they're like, oh my gosh, where did you get this kid from? It's like, because he's still a kid. Like he can still do. He's not an adult. He can still do things. He's still learning about himself and all that. So is Cyborg, but he clearly looks like he's just like, oh man, where's my cigarette?
I think Cyborg by the end of the movie is going to be a lot more like the Cyborg we knew, and
I hope so.
I really hope so, because when I saw him and Ezra Miller behind the scenes, they're just so funny. They're like so funny. And I really hope that's what happens in the movie. But back to we're kind of going off track a little bit, but back to Suicide Squad. I don't know. We've said so much about it already. I think people already know our opinions, but let's.
I think here's the thing. Okay, I was just gonna explain the little plot for like 1 minute.
Okay.
The plot is these bad guys. Okay, these are a bunch of bad guys who are all Batman villains, obviously. And they've all finally been captured, and some certain other character who they didn't want to spoil in the trailers, but it's clearly Enchantress, and her story sucks and is boring, but she just comes out, and then she ends up betraying the black lady who is, I forget her name actually.
Amanda Waller.
Amanda Waller. She decides it's a good idea, instead of calling Batman, who she quite clearly knows, by the way, or the Flash, she calls bad guys to take out that bad guy. Because that's a good idea.
What could go wrong?
And that's pretty much the plot. That's literally the plot. That is it. I thought, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I think that whole El Diablo subplot was just like, I liked El Diablo at first. I'm like, okay, he might be the character I actually like. Nope, they just scrap him at the end. It's like, oh yeah, he's dead. Why?
Oh yeah, spoiler alert.
Oh yeah, spoiler alert, he dies.
Yeah, but I say okay. So they build up a bunch of I think, here's my opinion. The first 30 minutes of the movie is good. It's pretty good. Because it's nothing but build up for all these characters, and we're learning about them. Honestly, I mean, we're kind of learning about them through a series of flashbacks, which is kind of annoying.
Mm-hmm.
But we're learning about them, and they're not off on their mission yet. The moment that she takes over the city or whatever, and it pretty much goes into the Ghostbuster reboot.
Oh gosh.
Where they're just in a city through 95% of it, and the movie just falls, because then everything, it becomes dark, and the entire, the scenery never changes. They just walk around the city attacking rock monsters.
Look at us. We're in Goth City right now. Look at us. We're so dark, and we have depressing backstories.
Well, I mean, they are.
We have topic product placement.
And it's
that is very true.
And it's just like, oh, it's.
And it's like, by the way, this movie was originally supposed to be rated R. And that was gonna be, so it was gonna, and let me tell you something. I just found out there were actually 5 scripts for this movie.
What?
I'm sure
it
sucked.
3 of them were rated R scripts.
Who is working at DC right now? What idiot is saying, oh, we should have 5 scripts for a freaking movie?
People wrote 5 scripts for it. 3 of them were rated R scripts, and I think 2 of them were PG-13. They chose one of the PG-13 ones, which was, I guess, just, so that you can obviously get a wider audience go see it, make more money. Because obviously, rated R movies don't make much money. Logan.
Wolverine, or no, not Wolverine. Deadpool.
But they chose, I guess, the dumbest, the most dumbed down version. Because originally, the first trailer of the Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah.
That was actually the rated R cut.
That looked actually good. That looked good to me. I was like, oh, okay, these are people, they're villains, but they're being treated like garbage, and they're actually going to have an interesting...
Yeah, every trailer after that was after they rewrote the movie and did all the reshoots, because this movie went through a crap load of reshoots.
That is so ridiculous.
PG-13. But yes, originally when the first trailer came out, the movie was rated R. It was going to be rated R, and there was the story was completely different. But, and Joker was going to have a much bigger role in it.
I actually heard Joker was going to be the main villain, but then
he was.
One of those people who are having, the shots and all that, our focus group say that the Joker might actually make an impact because of Heath Ledger, blah, blah, blah. No, people already knew. Oh, okay, Jared Leto, he's the new Joker. All right, I feel bad.
Because here's the thing I want to mention, because in the first trailer, you hear, there's this one scene in the first trailer where you hear Joker's and then you see Harley's uh-oh. because yeah, he's there and he's a bad guy and they're going after him. In the movie, that's not even there. They cut it out because that's not because the script was completely changed.
Because we obviously need. Here's one of the biggest things that. All right, well, I actually have two things. One, Killer Croc is actually kind of cool in the movie.
But he does nothing.
But he does nothing. He's actually. I love the prosthetics. I love the fact that he's a little small.
They did it like the Thing from Fantastic
Yeah,
Four.
there's a lot of things. I kind of wish he was like like the Killer Croc from the Arkham.
Yes.
When he was like super big.
Yeah.
And all that. He's just kind of human level and it doesn't look as menacing to me. But.
Yeah, I bet. And the second thing though is just like everyone freaked out because Superman is an alien. Oh no, we have to blame him on everything. But when an extraterrestrial demon comes along with their brother and puts half of the United States in dark, nobody cares. Oh, okay, that just happened.
Hold on. I got a solution. We'll get them the man who can climb anything.
Oh my gosh, that's not that guy. He dies like 2 minutes in.
Yes, but his performance was mind blowing.
And he's on the trail. He's like on all the posters for the movie and everything.
He was just head over heels for his role.
He was like I think they made action figures for him. He was like on all the posters.
They made Oh wait, did the head get removed? Can you remove the head on the action figure?
Jerk.
I love the fact that this is one of the few scenes I actually loved. I love the fact that they just showed his head blow off. Just straight up showed his head blow off. They didn't even they didn't even censor it. It was just like, oh, okay, that happened.
They must have I honestly think that was like an honest mistake, honestly, because how the movie treats the rest of the bad guys, where it's just like all rock monsters and all that. And they constantly cut away whenever somebody gets hit. Like say Deadshot, like he shoots. Like, I don't know. I mean, mostly he just shoots rock monsters, but when he actually shoots, like, maybe something real, they immediately cut away, and it's like, I get this is PG-13, but this doesn't have to be the Assassin's Creed movie. Jeez, like, you can go a bit more, far out with these kind of things.
It can be a little bit. Yeah, like that one scene with Deadshot where he's trying to reflect the bullet off the thing and then hit the one guy. It was just kind of like, oh, that happened. Cool. Are we going to see any more of that? No, we're just going to see some generic Navy SEAL, not Navy SEAL, but like military shootout with Deadshot. He has nothing interesting. That's the only interesting thing about Deadshot.
And then the only scene I think I enjoy in this movie is the bar scene where they all just give the crap up. For some reason, Harley didn't die when she fell in the helicopter. She's just back when the helicopter got shot down, and they all go down to this bar and they all just talk about their who they've killed in their life. It's just like. That's the kind of stuff I want to see. Like,
you want
character development. Like, there's actual character development, and like when Diablo he tells his story, and it's like you actually
Diablo.
feel bad for the guy.
I swear, I thought they were going to do so much more with him, but no. His character is such a. I was just like, oh,
He's
it's
so
a tragic
wasted.
backstory thing. No, it's just like, no, homie, I'm not going to kill anymore because my wife died. But I'm seeing other people die right in front of my eyes, and I'm not going to do anything because my wife died.
Yeah, your wife died.
The demon's
you killed
here.
her.
I guess I got to fight now. Poosh, look at this. I'm a mind god.
Care of it.
But here's the thing. It's like, I'm not going to fight. Well, then guess what? If you don't fight, you're going to be killed because the only reason they let you out is to fight.
Yeah.
So, like... this is what they waste time. They just waste some time. Like, they try to make these characters likable, but the way they do it completely has nothing to do with the plot. Like, it completely ignores the plot. Like, you have to fight. There's no choice. You have to do this, otherwise you cannot see your daughter again.
Yeah, and like that whole...
If you guys try to escape, she'll blow up the thing on your necks. You guys will not... It's like... And they all, like, try, like... to outsmart them, but she could just press a button and you'll all die.
Yeah, like that whole Harley Quinn helicopter escape. She should have just straight up died. I don't know.
She couldn't. She's like. Here's the thing. This was just the dumbest scene. Dude, I'm glad you mentioned it. Harley Quinn tries to escape, walk away, and then the first thing Amanda Waller says is, "Deadshot, shoot her." What I would say is, "Well, you have a phone. Why don't you just press the button?" Like, it's like. I don't understand. And they would have blown up her and like Joker and all that.
She wasn't even running.
Wait for her to get in the helicopter, then press the button so you can kill the Joker with her.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. If they were smart, they would have done that. She just waited and killed her. Now, obviously, it's DC, and she's got to live and all that. But it's like they take the dumbest, the most Dragon Ball GT routes ever to tell their story, and it's distractingly annoying. Like, it's so obvious that the writing team just did not do their best to tell, like, I mean, they didn't do their best to balance out all these characters because obviously, like, Croc does nothing.
Yep.
El Diablo is just there for you to have a sob story, and then he just dies off and make you feel even more sad and go, "Oh, that was a good, heartwarming movie." No, it wasn't actually.
And then you have Captain Boomerang.
Deadshot.
Captain Boomerang was actually, I think Captain Boomerang was actually one of the. Okay, like most of the,
Surprisingly, his actor was
I think
not
most of the
annoying.
characters to me are either mediocre or bad. I think Captain Boomerang was actually a good character in that movie.
Yeah, and surprisingly, his actor, who's usually annoying in every other acting he does, he's actually pretty good in this.
He was fantastic in this. I think he was funny. I think one of the back to something else though that I was just thinking about. Rick Flag is the biggest hypocrite in the whole movie. I'm not even joking with this. Oh, all you do is shoot and kill for money. What the heck are you doing, man? You just watch it.
Yeah, what?
Seriously, when Amanda Waller.
He
Oh,
I was about to mention him. He is the worst. I think Rick Flag is the worst character in this movie out of everyone.
Really?
yeah.
For mostly plot reasons. He is the. Now I said like how everybody else doesn't do anything and it's been GTIs, but he is probably the most useless character in the entire movie.
Well, I don't even think.
And it's his
I don't
fault this
even
entire plot takes place.
I don't even think he's useless. I think he like purposely drags people down to hell with him.
It is his fault this entire movie takes place.
Yep.
He could have easily. He waits for the last minute to tell everybody that because obviously because it's his girlfriend. It's her, and he waits to tell everybody at the last minute that it's his girlfriend and he's the reason why all this happened. And they have a flashback to what happened too, and it's like, dude, like you could have stopped her and you let her go. You purposely did this. And it's like everybody. I don't know why everybody turned on Amanda Waller. They should have turned on him immediately.
No. I hate Amanda Waller. I think they should have turned on him. And I think that whole Bruce Wayne thing at the end. I don't know what they're trying to set up there, but it's stupid.
Wait, what about
that just made okay in the end credit scene, like Bruce Wayne and Amanda Waller, like Bruce Wayne says something like, "Oh yeah, I won't tell anyone as long as you give me this information." Dude, what? That goes against everything you're trying to do. You're trying to start a freaking Justice League. Because what?
Okay, now here's the thing, though. She actually, I think even in the comics, she already knows who he is.
Oh no!
But there's just like this, but there's this mutual respect that they have, so they won't give it up, like telling each other. But in the movie, it's just this Amanda Waller though from the comic ones and like the all cartoon ones I've seen. This one is just a jerk, like.
Oh, totally.
She there's this one scene where I guess where they finally find out the place where they were going in the city, their actual mission, and it turns out, whoa, they're actually on an escort mission to get her out. Dun dun dun. And then right before they leave, she kills all of her men.
And then Rick Flag just stares there like, this is my job.
It's like a plot point in the movie where Will Smith is just like, oh yeah, but I'm the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
That might as well be it, because he really, after she shoots all her men, then he walks out and he says, I thought we were the bad guys. That's supposed to mean like, oh my goodness, guys, check this out. All these bad guys who are the main characters are because of Amanda Waller are no longer as bad. No, you guys are still clearly all villains, and it's like Zack Snyder. He's trying to make everybody seem like these villains. We need to feel bad for them, but why? Like half their stories are all. He killed. Okay, Deathshot may be cool, but he still murders.
Yeah.
Harley Quinn as Harley Quinn. All these people are Batman villains for good reason. We don't like them.
Yeah.
And it's like they're just trying to get it at the very last second to try to tell us like you guys are supposed to like these characters.
Yeah, I think the last point I'm going to make right now for this movie, because we've said enough. I think people understand.
Yeah, I think we probably said enough.
Yeah, but I think the biggest point that I hated about this movie, I'm dead serious. I think the thing I might have said a couple of things before, like, oh, this is what I hated most, Suicide Squad, blah blah blah. I think this is seriously like the thing that I hated so much about this movie. Actually, I'm going to start with the scene that I hated most in Batman v Superman, is when Superman says something like, people don't stay good in this world. That right there told me, oh, he's not Superman. You're not Superman.
Yeah, you mentioned that in the Batman v Superman movie.
I hated that scene, so I could not believe I was hearing that from Superman. And then at the very end of Suicide Squad, not only did they do it with Superman, but now they're doing it with Batman. Batman did not turn in Amanda Waller for almost destroying half of the freaking United States, but he has PTSD because of aliens? Are you kidding me? I don't believe it. I can't buy it.
That's what I was just about to mention. That is that the comic book one is more. She's still mean, but she has this. She doesn't do as many, I guess, as the things that she did in this movie that are so out of character. In this movie, she's clearly like she's besides Ric Flair obviously. She is the most reason for like half the crap that went on, and she like almost murdered billions and stuff like that.
Yeah, and in the comic book, she just
gotta keep it hush hush. It's like, no, you are a bad guy. Like you are the bad guy. Like it's like, Batman, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's just like in the comic book, like she wanted to stop the Justice League. Yeah, she did a bunch of illegal activity. Yeah, it was wrong, but she was still doing it because she honestly thought she was doing good and all that. But in this movie, she's just a straight up psychopath. She
clearly just has bad intentions in this movie compared to the one in the comics and stuff like that, who does it because she thinks that as a human, it's her right to protect everybody here from like all the metahumans. But that's not what we get from this movie, where it's just like it's again, she's the Lex Luthor of this movie.
Yep.
Where she has her own intentions that don't make sense, and that's clearly Zack Snyder's writing going through again, where the bad guy just needs to be bad because she's bad in the comics for some reason, but we're gonna completely ignore the actual reason why she's bad. So we're just gonna make her a stereotypical bad guy. It's like, but when you have the main characters who are all bad guys, and then you try to make her even worse than them, it just comes out as sloppy writing when you're trying to make it seem like these bad guys here are nowhere near as bad as this bad guy over here. It's like, what?
Well, who's the good guy?
Like,
is there
Guardians of the movie that did that the best, it balanced the best, I think, was Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yep.
They're all bad guys, and they're going against other bad guys.
Well, they're not even.
But we actually like all these characters because they're funny. They have backstories that are sad. We get time to know them more, and they all have a bond. Like, it's just chemistry, a bond.
They're
like,
charming characters.
Nobody in the Suicide Squad has chemistry.
Nope.
Whatsoever. They're all just characters that are there, and they say funny one-liners because it's a comic book. They look good because it's comic book, and they all do whatever stereotype things they do in the comics because the writers are too lazy to actually go take their time and focus on each character. So what do they do to mitigate that? They just give you their flashback story super quickly in the beginning to get that out of the way.
Yep.
And it's like that's just not good writing. Like, you guys should have just waited. This is why I think for a fact you guys should have just waited for Justice League to end to see if you guys can balance all those good characters first. And if you get a good formula with Justice League and you can make all those characters shine through, and like they all like have like chemistry like the Avengers have, then you can go to a smaller story with bad guys and then try to work it there. Not start with a big group first and then go to Justice League. It just seems sloppy. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's just this movie. It had so much potential, and the only thing I can say that I enjoyed for this movie was the costumes, Will Smith, and the theme song "Heathens." That's all.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good actually.
All right, my final thoughts on this movie is that I liked Killer Croc, I liked Captain Boomerang, I liked the Batman and Flash cameos, but Suicide Squad was basically trying to rip off Guardians of the Galaxy, and it failed so miserably it was painful.
Spectacularly.
All right, if I can put in one final thought that I have about Suicide Squad, other than I think it's total garbage.
Yes.
Margot Robbie is not a bad actress. She could have been a great Harley Quinn, but the lines she was given were really, really bad and difficult to hear. She
sounds like she is.
She looks exactly like the character, and she could do it perfect justice, but the script writing and editing was so bad I can't even look at it.
That's pretty much my thought on all the characters in the movie, is that they all look great. Like every character, I think they were, except for Ric Flair. I don't think he
Ric Flair.
Honestly, I think that yes, that's pretty much what. I don't think he belonged in the movie at all. I honestly think they could have just wrote the movie without him, or got a different actor. Like they originally had a different actor to play him, who I think was like much better.
Yeah,
I forget who it was, but
Hardy,
they switched it out.
Tom Hardy was actually going to play as Rick Flag.
Yeah, and I think Tom Hardy would have worked. Because, by the way, Tom Hardy was Bane.
Yep.
So I think they could have made it work because he has more affiliation with the DC stuff, so he could probably get in the character better. But this guy just sounds bored as crap. And I think besides him, every character, they look the part. They all look great, especially Margot Robbie and Deadshot. They all look completely great. Even Joker, even though he's like not even in the movie for about 4 minutes.
Hey, even Katana, like she has her midriff thing, but she still looks like Katana.
But sadly they decided not to give us anything about her backstory. She's just kind of thrown in there.
Yep.
And still does nothing. This is pretty much DC GT. Like nobody, all the important people are thrown to the sidelines and do nothing just to make room for the characters we don't care about to have backstories. Like El Diablo. I don't even know who that is in the comics. I don't know who that is. So why do I need to be told about a character who's not the main character more than I get a story about, Deathstroke? Why is Harley Quinn's story ripped out of this movie? Like clearly scenes are ripped out of the movie just for the extended edition. Why not just leave them in there? It's not rated R. I don't understand why they because in the extended edition Harley Quinn has way more scenes with Joker. Not a substantial amount, but it's still more enough to make me care about the character.
And apparently the movie actually, I'm looking it up right now. It received one Oscar for best makeup.
Yeah, because again, all the characters and stuff look fantastic, and the settings obviously suck because it's super dark entire movie. But the characters, they look great. They look comic-y. I think the movie, the photography and all that was great for cinematography, except for all the terrible editing. But everything looks great. It's just that, that's why I say this is pretty much DC GT.
Yep.
Everything looks great in GT. Everything looks great. Every character you need is there. Every character you need in GT is there. But what they do with the characters, though, is what makes the show.
Mm-hmm.
Or makes the movie. And they took all the important characters and important plot points and things that the DC fans and stuff care about, and they ignored them, just like GT did. And then at the very end, it's simply to build up for a Justice League movie. It's like, you can't do that. Not every single comic book movie has to be a Marvel ripoff. You can just have fun with it and do it on your own because you want to make it.
Yep.
Like the guy who's doing Logan wants to do that. It's not like he wants to build up something else. They want to make one more good Logan movie. They want to do that. Deadpool, they wanted to do that, not just to build up more. Because I don't know about you, but it's been a while since Deadpool 1 came out, and I still don't see a sequel. So obviously, it's not like they're trying to rush out the next one. Because they just have fun with it, and the actors have fun. I don't think the actors in this movie, they don't look like they're having fun. I mean, they probably had fun off set, but they probably lost that fun after they had to do like 5 or 6 reshoots.
Yeah. And
some of them, especially the Ric Flair character, I feel like he was just done. He's just like, okay, man, I'm here to get my paycheck. Let's get it.
Man.
Come on, Suicide Squad. And that's not fun to me when you find out at the end of a movie that the movie had like constant reshoots. Because I just would you want to go through that if you were doing a movie? Like, no, this movie is just a big hot mess, and I think you should, just like GT, only rent it and just watch it one time just to think about it. Just think about it and watch it. But I don't think, for me personally, I don't think I'll be watching this ever again.
Yep.
Honestly.
Yep, I totally agree.
This movie I would classify just much like Batman v Superman as a Redbox. Just Redbox.
I'm gonna go as far as say just YouTube it. Just YouTube the extended Joker scenes, and that's it.
That too. Even then, just YouTube it. But it doesn't have. I don't feel this movie has rewatchability. And even say for the extended edition, if you want to if you watch the first one, you want to go rewatch the other one, just watch. Just there's a compilation of just the extended edition scenes that were added in. Just watch that. That's all you need. Don't rewatch the entire movie again. It's just a slog.
Yep.
And just like Batman v Superman, if you I don't care if people enjoy Batman v Superman, they can enjoy it all they want. I have no problem with that.
Yeah, I mean,
so if you guys
if people enjoy the movie, that's great and all. I don't, so.
I mean, the thing is, you guys can enjoy it all you want. It's not like if you don't enjoy it, DC's going to stop making movies. Has Michael Bay stopped making Transformer movies? It's like, and it all sucks. So it's like, if DC, they're not stopping anytime soon. So if you guys want to keep, if you guys enjoy it, and maybe that might help DC to not only get a bigger budget to do more things, but to actually, it looks like they're doing in Justice League, take their time and try to change some things for the better, make it more humorous, and just have a better time, and obviously just overall cater to the fans more, not what they want to do.
Yep.
So that's pretty much my thoughts. Just Redbox this movie. I'm glad we finally got to doing this movie after a good year.
Right.
But we did it, and I just feel sad. that we have to come to this. This is the second movie in a row we've waited to go for DC, and it's just not a good run for them so far.
Hopefully, and I don't think Justice League is going to be great, but I'm really just hoping that Wonder Woman's decent.
Yeah, that'll probably be the next movie we do. Now, I'm not going to promise anything because obviously, look how long it took for us to get to this. But hopefully, we'll do just Wonder Woman eventually. I'm not going to promise any time because I've already done that and I look like an idiot. But yeah, I'm just hoping that they take what they've learned from this because there's obviously they know the bad reception. Everybody knows that DC. They know that people don't like their stuff so far.
Yeah.
The Rotten Tomato scores and all that are pretty clear to see that people are not enjoying it and you need to change some things, which it looks like they're doing for Justice League. I mean, it's still not out yet. Like, we haven't got any other trailers for the movie so far, so maybe they're still taking their time to, write the rest or see, I don't know, just get certain elements in place. But please just take your time. If there's a message I can give to DC, just take your time, please.
Yes.
We don't need it right now. Like, it's not like it doesn't have to be like a yearly Nintendo game where you gotta like have a Mario game over and over and over and over. Like, just take your time and enjoy. Like, let the actors enjoy what they're doing. And
Yeah, I can wait a year, honestly.
Yeah, like it's a comic book movie. We don't need it now, otherwise we're gonna lose our minds. Like, nobody was. I don't think anybody. If you guys never announced Suicide Squad until now, see, like right about now, like right now they did the first trailer for the movie. People would be excited. They wouldn't be like, "Where was this a long time ago?" Like, they don't, because that movie, it's not important. Get more of the important movies out of the way first. Have fun with those, and then when you start making a bigger budget because people are actually enjoying your movies, then you can go and do other smaller movies, like a Teen Titans movie, like a Titans movie. It's just little things. Mm-hmm. A boost, maybe perhaps that Booster Gold movie. Everybody.
Yes, please. I really need that Booster Gold movie.
And then one day we can finally all make it, and and we can get a Banshee or
Yeah.
But they obviously, just to end this video because I know we're going on long, but DC, they may be failing in the movie department, but they're doing really good in terms of the television series.
And in terms of comics.
Yeah, like, you guys are obviously, you take your time. Your series, The Flash, The Arrow, Supergirl, and begrudgingly Legends, which I don't even like that much, but
yeah,
they're all doing good, and it's because you guys, it's a series. You have time to flesh out all these characters. Mm-hmm. Now, just take notes from that, take your time a bit more, and then make them more relatable. But stop kissing Marvel's butt. That's pretty much what I'm saying to that.
Yep. All right.
Have fun. Be your own people, and just do a good job. And we'll see you guys next time for hopefully a better DC movie review. Because so far, just like DC in general, these reviews are just depressing.
Yeah, it's sad.
Just this is just DC in general now. I'm just not really liking the way they're going. But yep. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am the Timinator, or one of the Ultimate Gaming Warriors.
I guess now you're technically the Namek. You are Tim the Namekian.
Well, actually, no. I changed my YouTube. I'm trying to still decide a YouTube name. So for right now, it's just the Timinator.
You could always just do a rip-off of mine or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
You could do the Lone Soldier.
Soldier 70.
The best video game fighty guy.
Right, something like that. I don't know.
Weapon X.
All right. Well, I'm Tim.
I'm Tyler.
And I'm Mark. You can find me on Mark the Ultimate Gaming Warrior. You can find Tyler on Dapper Turtle.
Or Wild Tyler Draws on Tumblr.
That too, because you don't really do much on your channel.
No, I don't do much on YouTube. I draw and post stuff on Tumblr now.
Yeah, well, I'll probably get a link for that to make sure they can find you there, because he doesn't really do much on his channel. Mostly you'll just see Tyler mostly just on my channel nowadays, because he doesn't really do much on his channel anymore. But and Tim, eventually, what do you plan to do just to get out of the way? What do you plan to do for your channel?
I'm actually planning on doing solo discussions and analysis on different sort of games, like for instance Super Mario Run. I think that's actually the first thing I'm going to do is when it hits Android. I think I'm going to upload gameplay for it on the first day.
Oh yeah.
It may not be the greatest quality, but if you guys want to check out some of that, you can come over to Timinator 410. I'm working on stuff there. I might change the name a couple times because I'm still not convinced that's a good name. If you guys, you know what? If you guys have any recommendations for my channel name, leave it in a comment. Message me, message Mark. message Dapper Turtle or Tyler. Just
yeah, message Tyler on Tumblr.
Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, and if you guys still can't find him because you want to see those, just go to my channel and he'll, no matter what, I'll always be subscribed to his channel. So you can just click on his link there, because his name will keep changing. So, but he'll always be on my like list of channels that I recommend to you guys. So, and yeah, for me, if you just find me, we'll be doing. You'll see all three of us doing. So far, the Kingdom Hearts 3. Sorry, Kingdom Hearts 3. Psh, that's never coming. The Kingdom Hearts 1. Let's Play on my channel. I'm about to upload the parts tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
That we have done.
You guys should check it out.
And we were originally,
it's a huge blast. It's a ton of fun.
And it really is so far. I mean, we're gonna find a better method of doing it, probably next time we meet up. Hopefully this Wednesday. But yeah, we're doing that, and we're doing the Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix for my channel. We are going the entire way through this game. Eventually we'll finish it, but and then hopefully I'll get my friend Tyler. Not that Tyler. My other friend. Sorry, I have so many T friends. My friend Trey to join me for The Last of Us.
Oh, actually, do you guys? I'll talk to you later after actually this. Yeah. So this is the Suicide Squad review and overall DC thoughts.
Indeed.
We are the
like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
For all of our channels, because I don't know how. I'll see you guys in our. If you guys want to find us, you'll see us in our Kingdom Hearts Let's Play. Thank you for watching. See you in the next movie review.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.